All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all glory, all praises, and honor to Yahweh by Shem Yahushua by Shem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who were well. And as always, peace and salutations to the whole elect and assistant Hakim that's pushing this truth throughout the four corners of the earth. I'm the brother Uriah from the Great Millstone branch, Gary, Indiana camp, coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. And the spirit jumped on me to go into the lesson, topic pretty much being in, with persecution. With the persecution comes salvation, and the persecution must happen in order for the miracles, that we read about in the scriptures, and ultimately salvation, and in which we hoping for, in which we hoping to be part of the elect, because only the elect remnant, are the only ones sanctioned to be delivered, via chariots from the destruction that has come, especially here in Babylon the Great. You know what I'm saying? Hey, these things must, persecution must happen for us to even for those things to be fulfilled. Because all these things are written in prophecy at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And real quick, Isaiah 41 and 14. And, we read about the doom and the gloom, but we also, got to comfort one another and exhort one another with these scriptures as well. Remind, the congregation or the flock, even ourselves, hey, the Lord is going to come and deliver us, man. So Isaiah 41 and 14, fear not thy worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel, I will help thee, saith the Lord, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. So the Lord said, don't fear, man. And he's going to help, man. He's going to help us, man, especially as things become worse. That will put his grip on society. As you can see, the collapse of the dollar, cost of food going up, cost of gas. A lot of things being stopped, people being laid off, all kinds of things is happening, man. And this is a fulfillment of prophecy, and all these things is what helping to further in what Jacob's trouble. And also you got this Kyrie thing. Now you got IUIC on the scene, which I believe that, I speak as a man, I believe they're going to use that as a means to come and persecute us, man. Whether those guys set up by the government or not, how they moving about by pushing the truth. It's very it's unwise in a sense, man. But at the end of the day, it's the Heavenly Father's, will, man. Because he's control of everything, man, and use them to, fulfill prophecy at the end of the day. And it's all going to work in a benefit for the elect to be delivered anyway, man. So anyway, this is Isaiah 41 and 14. Fear not thy worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel, I will help thee, said the Lord, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. He said, so the Lord's going to help us, man. Let's get another quick precept, one of my favorite ones. Remind them brothers, exhort, man, because, hey, persecution's going to come. As you can see, Esau finna play the blame game, paint him as the villain. I mean, as the Naslaki, which he really is. But, paint him as the victim and paint us as the villain. Via his witchcraft, his media. He's going to use coons, sellouts, Asian provocatives. He's gonna pull every, and call lawyer Bashar Shah 144. He's gonna pull every trick out the bag to come after us, man. To label us, man. Because remember the scriptures say, real quick before I get this. Because the scripture say it calls him, he's the accuser. Revelations 12:10, and it reads, "And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, Now comes salvation and the strength and the kingdom of our power and the power of his anointed, for the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which can accuse them before our power day and night." And this whole system is set up to accuse us, man. And he sets everything, he accuses before our, this whole system is pretty much set up to keep us ensnared to sin. And that way he can blame us before our power, man. Hey, but the elect is covered by the blood of the Lamb, man. You know? And that's not the one I want to get. It's another one I want to get. He slanders. So I believe it's in Psalms. Yep. Psalms 50 and 20. And it reads. Shit, I'm going to jump up to 16. But unto the wicked saith the most. But unto the wicked the Most High said, What hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth? And it's this devil, man, especially the small hats. Because here they are, they claiming to be the children of the Most High. Now I was checking out a video clip. I believe one of the brothers posts. Now they got they found a new Messiah over there. Some small hat nigga that they just pulled out of nowhere, dressed the nigga up and said, "Now you the Messiah." Now they're parading this nigga like he's the second coming. You know what I'm saying? Which is all prophecy in a sense, because the scriptures speak of false messiahs appearing, and there's many false messiahs. He just one in many, man. And it's clear as day that those people are not the children of the Most High. And when the Lord returns, he's going to blow them rat-ass people out the land, man. You know, verse 17, "Seeing thou hatest instruction and casteth my words behind thee." These people don't follow not one law of the scriptures, man. You know, they follow the Talmud, man. And their customs are very hedonistic, very completely, everything that these devils promote are completely contrary to what, is completely everything that the Lord hates at the end of the day. You know? Verse 18, "When thou sawest a thief, thou considerest with them, and hast been partakers with adulterers." And if you're a wicked nigga, you get paid, man. You succeed in this society. You think them niggas like Diddy and all them niggas, how they was able to attain the riches and wealth? Them niggas sold out, bent over, did all kinds of weirdo shit to get those riches and wealth. You know what I'm saying? And only in America will they glorify drug dealers. Hip hop, man. It's like every motherfucking year there's a new series or a new movie about the damn crack era, glorifying that era, the 80s. To the hell with all that shit, man. That's why the Lord's coming back to destroy these people, man. And 2/3 that help uplift this image, man. You know? Anyway, verse 19, "Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit." And how he does that is through his witchcraft, his media. You know, creating a narrative to persuade the masses of the people to think one thing, and he present, you know what I'm saying? But meanwhile, he is all for his benefits at the end of the day, man. It's all witchcraft. Well, he'll stage a false, a false fizzy, if you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? To persuade or to scare people, to scare the shit out of people into thinking one thing, just for him to give them a solution, and not knowing they being further enslaved, man. This is this devil's MO. So how you think when he comes against the men of the Lord, what he's going to use, which we already seeing, is so slang sloppy ass tactics that he's using, and people are now hip to it, man. People are not stupid, man. You know, people waking up to the fact that this man is a devil, and that's why he's going to result to him using what his last blessing, his sword, because he's realized that witchcraft is not working no more. You know, which is part of his sword as well. But now this is he finna trying to come after the woman and come after the church, the woman, man, which is the elect, the remnant. You know, verse 20: Thou sittest and speaketh against thy brother, thou slanderest thy own mother's son. That's what they do, man. Via their media, once again. You know, and what are these camps, which I believe is a lot of agent activity going on within these camps. You know, I'm saying, who's to say that, hey, you know, they behind that whole, you know, IUIC marching behind, you know, marching up there at the Barclay, man. Although I believe it's some sincere brothers out of there just probably just, you know, naive, not knowing what's going on. Yeah, you know, I believe that. And eventually the Lord's going to remove the elect from those people anyway. But the point being is, you know, I believe, and I speak as a man, you know, they're going to use groups like that, as well as other groups, you know, to create a story via them to come and demonize to come against us, man. Like the scriptures say, and you know, just like the Lord was numbered amongst the transgressors, hey, his servants is going to be numbered amongst the transgressors. Because they're gonna heap all us in one bunch, regardless of what camp you with. Hey, but the Lord's going to deliver the elect, whatever they may be, man. Simple as that. You know? And that's why we shouldn't fear, man. If you really believe and you sincere and you believe wholeheartedly in this truth, man, hey, you shouldn't fear, man. The Lord got us, man. You know what I'm saying? Real quick, Isaiah 59 and 19. I think I had this pulled up earlier. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, as glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. So the Lord's going to lift up a standard, man. He's going to confound this devil, man. And we got to reiterate these scriptures, man, constantly to exhort one of us, man, because the Lord's going to have us in these times, man. Like real quick, Isaiah 33 and 6, we always bring this out. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and the strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. So the Lord's going to be with us, man. See, the Lord's going to have the Ruach HaKodesh, the Spirit, working with us, guiding us in these times, man. You know, the Lord's going to have his angels making provision for us, man, making sure nothing happens to us, man. Because this devil's finna ready to roll, man. Because why? He's been found out, he's been wanted, everybody's exposing him. His witchcraft is not working, his distractions that he's keep throwing out via these celebrity deaths, people waking up to his, you know, that a lot of those things are rituals. So he's being found out on all levels, man. The whole political theater is a shit show. You know, now your man's Trump back on the scene, man. So, hey, this devil, you know, all these things are being found, is not working. And we see what he's coming with the Karama, which now he's bold even bringing that out. But yet you got people speaking out against that. Israelites said that, man. Not even bringing that out. You know? And it's clear as day what this devil, what his MO is. And he know that his days up, man. Scripture say, seeing his days. Job 14 and 5. Seeing his days are determined, The number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. So this devil, he's only been set to rule for a set period of time. And he's trying his best to offset prophecy, but it's not going to work. It's over with for his ass, man. And one of the beloved elders down there in Charlotte, the beloved elder down there, I forget his name, skips my mind, but he was bringing out a video. It was a video he was doing a lesson a while back, where he was bringing out how these devils got these supercomputers, and these supercomputers is like they predict the future, and every time they kept predicting in the future destruction, man, nuclear destruction. And also been found, and came to find out that whatever the devil's doing with that CERN thing, it been coming to reports of them saying pretty much it been hearing sounds of some shit, something pretty much saying along the lines that their rulership is over with, man. I forget how it goes, man. But if you brothers, that story, you know what I mean, man. But it shows that this devil, his time is up, man. That's why he's acting the way that he's acting, man. Like the scriptures say real quick. Revelations 12:12, we always bring this out. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth he had but a short time. So he's finna come down with great wrath, because he know it's over with for his ass, man. And what it says in Habakkuk 2:4, which we always bring this out. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. So this nigga is not upright, man. And he's finna trying to accomplish a feat that tyrants in past was unable to accomplish. So what makes you finna think you finna accomplish, man? And that is, being him pretty much achieving Godhead via that NWO. Making all nations one under one power, under one source, under Satan via artificial intelligence, man. And he's going to have total control over that, man. But, hey, that's not going to happen, man. Just like how the Lord confounded Nimrod, dumbass. And tyrants then like Antiochus. Hey, the Lord's going to do the same thing to you devils in these times, man. But on a greater scale, man. It said, verse 5, yea, also because he transgressed by wine, that's his philosophies, he is a proud man. He's proud, man. The Lord blessed him on the left-hand side via Satan with the technology, the weaponry that he has. So, hey, his pride, man, he's proud. Hey, but believe it or not, that's what the Lord wants the spirit of that devil to be in, man. You know what I'm saying? Real quick, just for this reason, let's go to Romans 9:8. It's Romans 9:8. No, it's not Romans 9:8. Slakia. Romans 9:17. I'm starting to read 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with the Most High? The power forbid. For he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. And it's crazy how the Lord is likened on the Esau to Pharaoh. And there's many other scriptures we can pull that out as well, man. Verse 16, so then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of the Most High that showeth mercy. Because the Lord's going to show mercy unto who? The remnant, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, because, hey, just like in the time of Moses, hey, the Lord delivered what Moses and the children of Israel. This time, the Lord's only going to deliver the elect of the nation of Israel. All of Israel ain't going to be delivered, man. 2/3 got to be destroyed, man. But they're going to be looked at as in the eyes of the Lord as Egyptians, man. Verse 17. For the scriptures say unto Pharaoh, even for the same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that I will make that I and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. Therefore have he had mercy on whom he had mercy, on whom he will harden, he will harden. He's hardened this devil's heart, but what? Pride. You know, and what do the scriptures say? Pride goeth before destruction, man. And these devils are proud, man. You literally see Satan, Santa Claus, and his little lover. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Burns and Smithers, them niggas, man. Boasting proud, man. This nigga's a real life villain, man. When you look at this nigga, man, a real life criminal. And nobody's speaking out against this clown. But this devil's finna to paint a narrative to paint us as the worst thing going on the planet Earth. But meanwhile, he's finna ready to starve your ass to death, hoard all the food, man, and give you crickets and shit, man. Ration food. And the only way you wouldn't even get that, you gonna have a carogamy. You gonna have to have a tracking device in your ass, man, via under your skin. That's the system which this devil's figure is set up. And it's the Lord that's putting the spirit upon this devil to do these things to bring forth what? The hour of temptation that we read about. That's why I opened up to. That's why the title of this lesson was going to the persecution must happen for the salvation, man. You know, verse 18. Therefore, have he had mercy on whom he had mercy, and whom you will harden, you will harden. Thou would say then unto me, why do he yet find fault? For who have resisted his will? Nay, but, O man, who art thou replies against the Most High? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus, man? Have not the potter power of the clay of the same lump make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor? So the Lord can do what the hell he want to do, man. This is the Lord's story. This is the Lord movie. And he made these devils, starting with the small hats, and all the descendants of Esau, Edom, or Idumea, you know, which are the modern day king of Babylon. They are the vessel chosen for dishonor. And the nation of Israel, starting with the elect, is the vessel chose for honor, man. And it's going to be his right. It's going to be his firstborn, his first begotten son, Yahweh Shai, is going to come back and deliver the elect, man, via the angels and the chariots, man, and smash this fucking devil, man, before the face of the whole earth, man. Just like how he did Pharaoh, man. He drowned Pharaoh and his army, man, in the Red Sea. And the Lord's going to drown your ass in the Red Sea in a sense. This time it's going to be fire, man. This is mighty, bro. Damn devil, man. But anyway, verse 22. What if the Most High, willing to show his wrath and to make known his power, and to make his power known, endure of much suffering, with much long suffering, the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction, man. And who's the vessel of wrath fitted to be destroyed? You devils, Esau, man. Like it says real quick at 2 Thessalonians 2:8. Now 2 and 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except that cometh a fallen went away first. You know, and in that day he was speaking of is what? The day of what? Salvation. The day of deliverance. And which that day is approaching. And that falling away already happened. Did we not fall away from our heritage, from our identity? But now we've been quickened in these last days, and us being quickened is synonymous as with this devil being what? Revealed, being called out for him to be judged and to be destroyed, man. It says, and that the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. And who's the son of perdition? Esau, man. Like it says in the book of Malachi, he is known as what? The children of the wicked, man. The border of wickedness, man. So let's go back to that Romans 9. In 22, it said, "What if the Most High, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endure with much long sufferings the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction, and that he might make known his riches of his glories unto the vessels of mercy, which is the elect, which he had afore prepared unto glory, even us whom he hath called, not of the Jews only, but also of the Gentiles." And those Gentiles, he's speaking of what? The Israelite foreigners. Because just like us, before we woke up into this truth, we was considered as what? Gentiles. In the sense of what? Following the customs of the ways of the heathen. You know what I'm saying? Just like what? We got what? Thanksgiving coming up. And we was once following and taking, being partakers of that practice. But thanks to the mercy and the grace of the Lord, we've been quickened, and we left off those practices. As the scripture said, we was going to cast off those who has a minstrel's cloth. Let's get that real quick. Man, look like that. Yeah, the water. The water, yeah, by Shemar Shai. This is Isaiah 30 and 22. Ye shall also Ye shall defile also the covering thy graven images of silver and the ornaments of thy molten image of gold. Thou shalt cast them away as a minstrel's cloth. Thou shalt say unto it, Get thee hence. And that's what we done to these different idols via Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's. You know, because when you look into the history of these different celebrations, they all tied to idol worship, man. Pagan idol worship, man. And the Lord told us, commanded us not to keep the customs of the heathens, man. You know, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, I got some precepts written down. You know, because the persecution gonna come, man. This is Matthew's 5 and 10. There's going to be a lot of our own people, believe it or not, that's going to come up against us, man. It's going to be the first ones to come up against us, man. Especially as this devil bring down the hammer, man. This is Matthew's 5 and 10. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdoms of heaven, man. You know, so we're blessed when you're going to catch hell, man. And we are already catching hell, but it's if you're going to catch more, believe it or not. But hey, on the flip side of it, Lord's is going to deliver us. He's going to comfort us, because hey, these wicked motherfuckers is not going to be able to get away with what they get with what they doing forever, man. Especially when it comes to our people. The Lord got famine prepared for niggas, man. Niggas like Barkley and all these clowns like that, man. Destruction prepared for niggas like that. Even you sellouts, man. You agents working behind the scene think you finna come and really help stop this truth. And you in for a rude awakening, man. Because this is not of man's will. This is all of the will of the Heavenly Father at the end of the day. This is Matthew 5 and 11. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be set exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. You know, and they did the same thing then, and they're going to do the same thing now. But the beautiful part about this time, hey, the Lord's going to come and deliver us, man. Like the scriptures say real quick in Psalms, the 18th chapter, man. You know, Psalms 18 and 2. The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my power, my strength, in whom I will trust, my buckler and the horn of my salvation and my high tower. And that's who we put our trust in. Even David understood that his strength and his power came from what? The Heavenly Father, man. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And the heavenly host, man. And that's what we put our trust in, man. The Lord, man. The Lord's going to fight for us, man. Just like how he did in the time of Moses. With Pharaoh, you forget about that chariot, man, that which was Yahweh Shai. That was a pillar of fire by night and a cloud by day, man. That was Yahweh Shai, man. You know, he's gonna send that same spirit to come down and deliver us, man. And that's what we waiting to deliver us, man. Yahweh Shai, man. Wait for Yahweh by Yahweh to give the order to Yahweh Shai to come down and to deliver us, man. Verse 3, and I will call upon the Lord who is worthy to be praised, so shall he be saved from my enemies. So shall I be saved from my enemies. And that's what we waiting on, man. The sorrows of death compassed me, and the floods of ungodly men made me afraid. The sorrows of hell compassed me about, the snares of death prevented me. And that's just this devil, man, because he is his death, man, as the scriptures say. Which I'm going to jump back to that back of 2 and 4. It says, but anyway, verse 6, in my distress I called upon the Lord and cried unto my power. He heard my voice out of his temple, and my cry came before him, even into his ears. Then the earth shook and trembled, and the foundations also of the hills moved and were shaken, because he was wroth. And that's the Lord finna come back. He finna crack those firmaments, man. There went out up a smoke out of his nostrils, and fire out of his mouth devoured. Coals were kindled by it, man. And what it says in Isaiah the 47th chapter, which I'm not gonna get, but it says pretty much he's not gonna meet thee as a man. See, the Lord's coming back as an angelic spiritual force, and even before he comes, a lot of brothers gonna be doing mighty acts, man. He said he bowed the heavens also, and came down, and darkness was under his feet. He rode upon a cherub and did fly, yea, he did fly upon the wings of the wind, man. And those chariots, man, that can shape and morph into anything, man, shape, form, any object, any color. It's not confined to to the laws of physics that Esau like to put in. What I'm saying, there's no limits to it, man. You can't put a cap on the spirit, man. It said, verse 11, he made darkness his secret place, his pavilion round about with dark waters and thick clouds of the sky at the brightness that was before him. His thick clouds passed, hailstones and coals of fire. The Lord also thunder in the heavens, and eyes gave his voice, hailstones and coals of fire. Yea, he sent out his arrows, scattered them. He shot out lightnings and discomfited them. Then the channels of water were seen, and the foundation of the world were discovered at thy rebukes, O Lord, at the blast of the breath of thy nostril. He sent from above, he took me, he drew me out of many waters, man. That's the Lord coming back to deliver us, man. The elect, Lord willing. I myself and those who believe, man, be part of that number, man. Verse 17, he delivered me from my strong enemy and from them which hated me, for they were too strong for me. They prevented me in the day of my calamity, but the Lord was my stay. And that's what we're going to put our trust in, man, the Lord. Like the scriptures say, what? Using Isaiah 10:20. And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel, and such as are the escape of the house of Jacob, shall no more again stay upon him that smote them. And who smote us, man? This devil, man. This whole entire system is a system set up to oppress you jakes, man. And now we've been quickened in the spirit. We're no longer dependent upon him. We're no longer believing this bullshit American dream that he set up. We no longer believe in none of his lies via that he set up via the religious system, school system, education, pseudoscience, all his philosophies. And on top of that, we're debunking all that, man, and casting all those strongholds down, which caused him to lose his fucking mind, man. It said, but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. And that's what we're dependent upon the Lord. Ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall what? Make you free. Free from what? The lies. We've been made free. I Isaiah 10 and 21, it says, "And remnant shall return, even a remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty power. For though thy people Israel be as the sand in the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return. The consumption decree shall overflow with righteousness," man. And that's what's happening right now. And the remnant is returning back onto the Lord. And whether this is all set up by Esau via the Kyrie, the IUIC thing or not, it's all really at the will of the Lord, man. To hurry up, to speed up what? The sealing of the elect. Because once the elect is sealed, the destruction is going to come and the deliverance ultimately going to come as well, man. You know? So I'm going to leave it at that. You know, I pray this video was edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah. I want to say, call hello, Yahweh Bashim Shah, Bashim Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone, who well. As always, peace and salutations to all elect in the society, especially truth throughout the four corners of earth. Shalom and above all.